What's up everybody and welcome to the Fight franchise and the recap and review of the main event of UFC 313 where Magomed Ankalaev successfully defeated Alex Pereira in a competitive and tentative bout which didn't have much action but was a telling point to kind of the landscape and the movement which is going to take place in the light heavyweight division, I believe. Going into the bout, there was a lot of... It wasn't hyped at first. I feel like the promo went to other people and other fights that are coming up. Ilia Topuria, Alex Volkanovski, Diego Lopez, Jack Della Maddalena. But going into this week, Ankalaev up the trash talk. The stakes got a bit higher. They were talking back and forth and it became more competitive. And you know what? They squared off and Ankalaev was saying in the build-up, I'm going to stand with you. And you know what? Fair enough. He did. And, Pereira was like, don't worry, I'm going to put you to sleep. And he didn't manage to do that. And it turned out to be a very competitive bout, which has kind of shifted the landscape of the light heavyweight division. I feel like the light heavyweight division for the past year and a half has been the Alex Pereira show, and now it's going to revert back to how it used to be. Alex Pereira was a bolt of lightning in this last year and a half, 2 years, where he's changed and shaken up the light heavyweight division for good. And going forward, I feel like it's Magomed Ankalaev's time to try and rule it with an iron fist, but will he be as successful? Time will tell. Going to break down the fight and how I kind of scored it. Just so you guys know, in my prediction video, I was very close. I did predict an Alex Pereira decision win. My kind of prediction and breakdown, I said it would be tentative. I said Ankalaev wouldn't be getting finished because he's a very safe and defensively sound fighter and his timing's very good. And I thought Alex Pereira would do enough damage early on with the calf kicks to implement his game plan of striking, and I thought he would stuff the takedowns, which he did miraculously. But gonna kind of break down the fight. So first round comes ahead. Straight away, first two calf kicks, he kind of buckles Ankalaev. But unlike Blachowicz, who was going shin to shin on the inside, Pereira was going on the outside to Ankalaev, and he kind of damaged him early, and he did brilliant with his leg kicks in the first round, and he kind of won it off the damage with his leg kicks and a couple of exchanges here and there, where Ankalaev, he shot for a takedown towards the end of the first round, I believe, didn't secure it, and then Pereira wins round one comfortably. And once round one finishes, I'm like, my prediction might come true, like he's going to win a decision. It's a tentative bout and he's going to do the better, with his leg kicks early and kind of damage him. Round two comes out, and the one thing to note, in the first round, Ankalaev did have moments, but it was Pereira kind of pushing forward, and that's going to be key to kind of who won the fight. And Pereira, when he was pushing forward, was having success. Ankalaev did good in the second round. He kind of just slowly would push forward, started landing leg kicks of his own, and this push teep to the body, which would back Pereira up. And then once Pereira's back was up against the fence, he would struggle because he knew the takedown was coming. So Ankalaev could land with his hands, and Ankalaev did brilliant in the second round and was winning the second round for the most part because he was the one pressuring forward. It seemed like whoever was the guy moving forward would have the success in the round because neither guy was wanting to counter strike. They were wanting to push forward because they didn't want to be susceptible of the counter striking. So in the second round, Ankalaev wins the second round comfortably, but he puts the stamp on it at the end of the second round where, with 10 seconds left in the round, I think he went for a takedown a little earlier. Pereira was thinking takedown, and Ankalaev landed a huge shot which stunned Pereira visibly and was backing up against the fence and like, okay, ready. And then the second round finishes and they both go to their corners and you see Pereira go, takes a huge breath and he's like, okay, I'm in a fight now. I need to warm up to it. Round three is how everyone has it. It's a swing round. I want to see if we've got the stats for this round. This was a very competitive round where it could have gone either man's way. But I think when I watched it live, I gave it to Ankalaev just for like the encroachment and the pressure and the octagon control. But it did seem a very kind of close round. So when you look at the total strikes landed in that round, so it was 21 in round three for Alex Pereira, 18 landed for Ankalaev, but Ankalaev threw 41, Pereira threw 34. Very, very close round, and then significant strikes were in the favour of Pereira. It was a very competitive round. That one was back and forth. It was started with Ankalaev pushing forward as, Pereira was just getting back into the groove of things after just being wobbled. He was a bit hesitant, but as the round went on, as the minutes went on in the round, Pereira got back into the round. So it was a very close round. You could have scored it either way. Upon replay, I'd probably score it for Pereira. You never know. So, but very close and competitive round. Round 4, Ankalaev comes out and he's like, he implements a game plan similar to his fight against Jan Blachowicz. Not because the Jan Blachowicz fight was more so because Jan Blachowicz battered his legs to the point he was struggling to walk. But here he goes, okay, it's close. It's probably 2-1 to me. Ankalaev's thinking, let me take this round. He starts grappling. He starts wrestling. He doesn't get Pereira down. He gets him up against the fence, smothers him against the fence, landing shots, landing strikes, and he outdoes Pereira on strikes in this round by almost double, Pereira landed 23, Ankalaev landed 45, smothering, pressuring, landing close strikes in range, and just wins the round, steals the round, and makes it comfortably his round, where it's the 4th round is his. So going into the 5th, you've either got it 2-2 or 3-1 Ankalaev. That's how you've got it. The 5th round takes place and it's very close and competitive, just like the 3rd round, where Ankalaev starts strong, starts his wrestling, and he looks for the takedown. Doesn't get it because Pereira's takedown defense is too good. Almost gets it at one point where I think Pereira gets down to a knee, but he gets back up. But it's close and competitive on the feet as well, where both guys are landing good shots. I can't remember who it was, but I remember one person landed a stiff shot. I think it may have been Pereira, and it was very close and competitive. Not much action. There was a moment against the fence where Mark Goddard goes, "No, lads, separate, and we want to see more action. We want to see you guys fight." Where they fought to the final bell, and it went to the judges' scorecard. The scorecards. 2 judges had it 48-47 to Ankalaev. 1 judge had it 49-46 to Ankalaev. A very, very close and competitive bout. When you look at the overall optics, Ankalaev threw 224 strikes, landed 127. Pereira landed 97 of 159. No takedowns landed. Brilliant takedown defense from Alex Pereira. And when it comes to the significant strike, 76 for Pereira, 94 for Ankalaev. Very close fight. You could have had it either way and I wouldn't have been fussed. I think when you look at the overall optics of the fight, I do think Ankalaev won. I was predicting a Pereira decision. I was hoping it was going to happen, so I looked like a genius. But we live to fight another day. But I thought the overall optics, Ankalaev won. When you look at round 1s, 100% Pereira's. Round 2 and 4, 100% Ankalaev's. It's round 3 and 5, how do you score them? And they were very close and competitive rounds and could have gone either way. So I'm not fussed with an Ankalaev decision. Very close and competitive, not a robbery. And I know a lot of people are upset with it. I know Pereira's upset because he's a competitive guy and he doesn't like losing. And he was a bit salty in his post-fight press conference. I said, look, when he's holding me up against the fence, what can I do? There's shots that he's landing which do no damage. And Ankalaev said in the post-fight press conference, he said, but I would fight him, but if he's running all the time backing up, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? And that's credit to Ankalaev, who fought a brilliant game plan. A lot of people were expecting him to get chinned. I thought he fought brilliantly. Fight, just encroaching, just going closer and closer, being measured with his approaches, coming in, darting out. There was one thing said in the thing where a lot of the broadcast said, Ankalaev's quicker than Pereira. I actually think he is quicker than Pereira. Pereira's quick, but the reason Pereira's quick is because he doesn't telegraph anything. Magomed Ankalaev telegraphs things, but Pereira never caught onto it. And we never saw the patented left hook, right hand. We never saw him rip body shots. I think rip shots to the head, you know what I mean? So it's upsetting that we never actually got Pereira at his full best. Where he actually goes for it. I feel like that 5th round, if he showed a bit of urgency, if he put his foot on the gas tank, something could have happened. It was very, very measured, too tentative by Alex Pereira, where a guy like Ankalaev, who's a total mixed martial artist, who's got grappling, who's got wrestling, who's got striking, Alex Pereira, needs to put his foot on the gas and make things happen. We've seen strikers against grapplers recently get exposed. Leon Edwards got exposed by Bilal. Sean O'Malley got exposed by Merab. Same things happened here where these well-rounded where these mixed grapplers have these well-rounded mixed martial arts games and can strike as well, of beginning to, you know, outdo these guys on the feet, these kickboxers, because of the threat of the wrestling. So yeah, competitive fight. What's next for both guys and what do I want to see? Alex Pereira go up to heavyweight. I don't want to see an immediate rematch, and here's why. The immediate rematch is cool, and I know a lot of people want it to try and get the belt back. But Alex Pereira still has a lot of stock, a lot of shine, and he's still very hyped. You know, though he's lost this bout to a very good fighter. He's still got shine to go up to heavyweight and become a triple-weight world champion, the first and only to do it in a major MMA promotion, the UFC. This is history. Alex Pereira is still going to be in the GOAT conversation if he can become a triple-weight world champion. There's no point, because if he fights Ankalaev again and loses, he loses a lot of that stock, he loses a lot of that shine. Throwing him into an immediate title shot at heavyweight just doesn't work. He's young now, he's fresh now. Throw him in there with the winner of John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. And if John Jones wants to retire and not fight Tom Aspinall, you do Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall for the heavyweight title. That fight would be amazing, and Alex Pereira is deserving of it. You'll never get this opportunity probably again to get a triple-weight champion, you know. Cejudo could have done it and fought Volkanovski. You know, McGregor could have fought Woodley. All these guys could have gone up and got that second belt, but they've never done it because the jump's too much, or they were never in the position to do it. Pereira is. Capitalise on it. The UFC, this is a monumental chance. We don't need Alex Pereira, because if Alex Pereira beats Magomed Ankalaev, what's next? He's going to go up to heavyweight anyway, because there's no one left in the light heavyweight division for him to compete against. He's beat them all. Whereas Ankalaev, Jamal Hill's probably like, oh, thank God he won the title. I can get a title shot now with 1 or 2 wins. Khalil's like, yeah, I can earn a title shot. Yuri Prohaska versus Magomed Ankalaev is the fight to make. Why? Because Yuri's style versus Ankalaev will make an entertaining matchup. These two were very tentative in their styles. If Yuri comes out there with his crazy herky-jerky style, his unorthodox style, it's going to force Ankalaev to fight. Ankalaev in the last 2 fights against Krylov and Pereira, you know, he's been more measured because they've been measured. He's mirrored them. Whereas if Yuri Prohaska's coming out with this crazy style, Ankalaev's going to have to try and mirror that, because his kind of tentative and grappling heavy style is going to, you know, not be as effective against someone like Yuri. He's going to have to match it, and it might make for a really exciting matchup. I think do that in Abu Dhabi in October for the Abu Dhabi main event. But Alex Pereira, sit on the sideline, you've earned your rest, chill out for a bit, put on a bit of weight, eat some donuts, eat some cake, eat some good food. Let's get him at heavyweight against the winner of John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. And if John Jones is saying, no, I don't want that fight, that's it. You're done from the UFC. You cut his contract, rip it up, say, no, bye-bye. Okay, we don't want nothing to do with you. Move on with the heavyweight division. Super fight, Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall. Because if Alex Pereira wins that, that is iconic beyond belief. That's a mega fight. You can sell that so easily. Oh, he lost to Magomed Ankalaev in his last fight. Tom Aspinall's going to kill it. It doesn't matter. All you've got to sell is there is a chance that Alex Pereira can become a triple-weight world champion. That's what we want to see. We want to see history. We want to see these epic moments. So Alex Pereira, I don't want to see him get an immediate rematch. If he loses to a heavyweight champion in a heavyweight title bout, then come down and give him his immediate title shot, because off the back of that, he's only got 2-3 years left. Let's not waste him. Let's get these mega fights going. As for Ankalaev, book him against Yuri Prohaska in Abu Dhabi. I would love to see that fight. Yuri's coming off a great winner versus Jamal Hill. Deserves a title shot. And the one thing to mention, I didn't even realise, Ankalaev is on a sneakily good UFC win streak. You know, he's won 12 of his last 14. He's unbeaten in 14 because he's drew and had a no contest. But he's on a 12-fight win streak in the light heavyweight division. He's catching up John Jones for resume. 4 title defences against, I don't know, Yuri Prohaska, Jamal Hill, Carlos Olberg, Jan Blachowicz, Khalil Roundtree. This guy is, you know, one of the best light heavyweights of all time. And it's just come out of nowhere. You know, he's 4 wins off matching, you know, Anderson Silva for the best win streak in UFC history. He's putting together a brilliant resume of wins. Now he's got a great win streak. It's now building those names, those legacy names. Added now Alex Pereira, added Yuri Prohaska, added Carlos Olberg, added Jamal Hill. He's going to have an amazing resume by the end of this. It's the Ankalaev time. No Charmer. It's Big Ank time. Let's do it. Full train. Dana White, stop being sour. Back at Ankalaev and send Alex Pereira up to heavyweight to become a triple-weight world champion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Who did you think won? Did you think Alex Pereira won? Did you think Magomed Ankalaev won? Put that down in the comments below. Leave a like if you've enjoyed the video, and just let me know, do you want to see Ankalaev versus Yuri next, and Alex Pereira go up to heavyweight to try and become a triple-weight world champion? Let us know down in the comments below. Leave a like if you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more MMA and fight content coming soon. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.